Good morning and happy Father's Day. I'm Dan Spieler. This past week, the showdown at the State House went to court as a judge heard arguments from Governor Holcomb's attorneys and the state's Solicitor General representing the General Assembly and the Attorney General as the governor and fellow Republicans do battle in court over the governor's emergency powers. Kristen Eskow has the latest.
At a hearing over Governor Eric Holcomb's lawsuit against the Indiana General Assembly, the governor's attorney argued Holcomb has the right to defend his executive powers.
The Attorney General has the obligation to defend the constitutionality of the statute, which puts him at odds with the governor. And so in the case of a conflict, we think the governor has the right to hire counsel.
The law at the center of the suit allows the General Assembly to call itself into special session. The legislature eventually overrode the governor's veto, leading to the lawsuit. Holcomb's attorneys argue Indiana law allows him to hire outside legal representation for the suit. However, Indiana's Solicitor General told the judge that's not allowed without Attorney General Todd Rokita's consent.
This is about the state of Indiana. The governor, in his official capacity, is the state of Indiana. And the General Assembly has said the state of Indiana is represented in court by the Attorney General.
This is a case of first impression because we've never had anything quite like this before.
Attorney Abdul Hakim Shabazz says if the case moves forward, it could be a while before we find out whether the governor will succeed with his suit.
This goes to our constitutional form of government and who has what authority to do what. Does the legislature have the authority to call themselves into a special session?
All right, Kristen joins me now live in studio, and you had a chance to ask the governor about this on Thursday.
Yeah, that's right. I asked the governor about this dispute, and it was the first time we've spoken with him since Attorney General Todd Rokita filed that motion to get the suit thrown out.
How would you describe your relationship right now with the Attorney General?
We're friends. We have an honest disagreement about a constitutional issue. I'm not against whatsoever the legislature coming back and dealing with this. One, I'd call them back. Two, I offered that. Three, there's a constitutional amendment process that's pretty clear to me. I also recognize that I don't have a law degree, and if others disagree with that, so be it, and we'd settle it one way or another, and we will.
Governor Holcomb wasn't in the courtroom for Wednesday's hearing, but says he's feeling pretty good about his chances of succeeding.
I am blessed with good legal representation, and we'll let the hearings play out.
Holcomb's battle in court comes as Indiana lags behind surrounding states in COVID-19 vaccinations. Holcomb says he still doesn't believe a vaccine lottery is the way to get Hoosiers vaccinated, and is instead focused on increasing access.
But how do you encourage people to take advantage of that access if they don't see any incentive?
It's a slog, and it's going to be a grind. And there is I can't change reality. If there are some people who are just dead set against it, it's their personal responsibility.
Although he didn't stop Indiana University's vaccine mandate, Holcomb says he's against public institutions requiring the vaccine.
I do support private businesses making that call, but not public institutions.
And while the vaccine is still a requirement at IU, the school did walk back some of those requirements in the face of some political backlash, at least in terms of whether actual proof of vaccination would be required.
Okay, Kristen Eskow, thank you so much. We appreciate it.